are live for the first productivity sprint of the worldwide Writeathon. I'm super excited that I get to host a live stream again, which I usually do like every other Writeathon. So thank you for being here and ready to be productive and have fun with all of us on a Friday night. I always say that we get wild and crazy on Friday nights. So what better way than to be productive, right? You can do anything that you want, write, read, chores. So let us know in the comments what you're going to be working on for this first sprint or what your goal is for the whole Writeathon. And this stream will be 2.5 hours long. We'll do 25-minute sprints and 10-minute breaks, and that's how we can fill our time. So happy you're here. So if you don't know me, my name is Holly, also known as WriteHollyDavis. I'm a kidlit writer. I'm currently querying a YA fantasy. And what I will be doing is I am very behind in Preptober. You'll kind of hear a theme among all of us as we go along. I don't know about Danielle and Sarah, but I'm very behind in Preptober, so I'm going to be working on outlining my middle grade contemporary fantasy, which has been really fun, and ideas have been brewing and stewing, so I'm hoping to get a lot done. And all of my lovely co-host/writer friends are linked down below, so please give them a follow as well. Bree, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Hi, I'm Bree Bonomo. I do have a YouTube channel, but truthfully, I've kind of taken a random hiatus. Not so random, but grad school is kicking my butt. And I am just unable to really do much as far as writing goes. So I haven't written much in 2 months, but I am going to take the time tonight to jump into my adult dark fantasy. My mermaid project. I'm really excited to jump back in. So I primarily write adult, and if I don't post videos on YouTube, I'm pretty consistent on Instagram, so you can find my stuff there. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do tonight.
And I'm Autumn Ashley. I'm also another author tuber in our community. And tonight I am going to be working on my fantasy project. It's called Project Burning Roses. I am about halfway through Act 2, but like Bree, it's been a hot minute since I've worked on this story, which it hasn't been 2 months, but it's probably been closer to 1 month. So I'm going to have to rereading to figure out where I wanted that chapter, the rest of that act to go. So that's what I'm going to be working on.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Oh, sorry. Were you going to
go?
No,
I was asking you to go before me. I was like, I don't want to snake around. I would like to go last.
Okay. Well, I'm Danielle, and I'm mainly on Instagram. You can find me at daniellethewriter.co. And today I'll be working on my YA contemporary romance project. It's called Game On, and I'm working through edits right now. I think the last time I worked on it was with Sarah on our last live stream. So
oh my God,
it's been a minute.
Yeah, that was September 25th.
I'd like you to the exact date.
No, I just was catching up on putting events on my website because I was like, oh, I've been bad.
Yes. So I'm excited to get into it because it's been a minute.
So my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy and a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy. I have a standalone young adult dystopian romance coming out in early November. So that's up for pre-order on my website, zarahoffman.com. And I am one half of the Writish podcast with Kelly Wright, who is another author tuber. Both of us have kind of taken a break from our YouTube channels. I used to stream all the time. I will be again more regularly in November, but I've been recovering from a major surgery in August. So that's why I've been kind of pretty much absent while also working on my publishing company, which is Inimitable Books, dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices while not pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. Currently closed from submissions, which never thought I'd say that within 6 months. So what I'm doing tonight is proofreading the first book that's going to be published and also editing the second book that's going to be published. So Nano's not really for me this year. It's just like getting these ready.
Yeah. Well, that's plenty.
Yeah.
Congrats on being close to submissions. Yay! You're first close. And let's see. So SD was the first one here. Make friends with the made friends with the like button. Thank you. And they also said I will be lurking tonight. So feel free to be a lurker. I said that I was a lurker as well. Sometimes I'll like introduce myself and then I literally don't show up the whole rest of the stream just because I'm just like in my little circle. But I feel, you still are part of our little group here. So. And the other half of the Writish podcast, Kelly, is here. Let's see, just Ava. So I'll just give a couple shout outs to people. Amanda, hello. Savion, what's up, people? I love it. Essie's here. A Pigeon. Rebecca. Morgan, yay, so many familiar faces and some new people. Caitlin, Alvin, Michael, hello. And Somber Honey.
I still love that username. It's like I've been seeing it since the Panini started, and I still like every time I see it, I'm like, good username.
Lee Holderfield calling people out. Where are the rest of the likes? Thank you. Yeah, and then Crystal, yeah, I know, because I'm like always trying to focus on my sprint, then I forget that like there's the opening one. I'm like, oh no. So I just have to go back and watch the opening.
I watched it. It was very chill. It was
Nice.
like the playlist. This is how they work. You're going to have bingo cards. There are 2 tracks. It's like if you've done the Worldwide Writeathon before, it's not a ton of new information.
So you may already be able to check something off the bingo cards on Bree's screen because she has 11-week-old puppy.
Puppy, Sophie.
Yes, so cute. Some people are going to be
right now, so I had to hold her.
It's adorable. Acquired caffeine, Jabria said. I love that. Some people are going to be working on nano novel outlining. Looks like mostly writerly things. Lee's going to be working on packing for a weekend camping trip. That sounds fun. Hey, why don't we get into being productive? Woohoo!
Woohoo!
All right, so I might shift myself here so that, oh no, good, it doesn't cover it. Hold on, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't covering Danielle up. Okay. Oh good, I'm just covering me up. Okay, I can talk like this. I'll just go like this.
That's always my attitude when I'm posting. I was like, I don't care if you can't see my face, but I got guests on here, so.
I know, I care about you guys. All right, so this is the infamous kitty race timer. That they will be chasing a big ball of yarn during our sprint. No music, so feel free to listen to whatever you want. That is not copyrighted. Okay. But let us know which cat you think is going to win. I forgot to put the numbers up. Oops.
Well, there are only 5 of them.
Yeah, we'll just do the 5. I'll do the numbers for the next one because I like. But there's gray, orange, white, black, and brown or tawny. So let us know which cat you think is going to win, and if my co-hosts want to quickly give their guess.
I'm gonna go with gray.
I'll do orange.
I'm feeling gray also.
Team gray.
I'm gonna go with the brown tawny one because yeah, I feel like he might be the under cat. All right, you guys, so we're gonna mute ourselves and we are gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. sorry if that was loud. I don't know.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, good. The orange one won.
It wasn't panic inducing. It was
Okay.
like end of the sprint, so you can't miss it. But
Okay, cool. Yay, he won. Okay, brown one got second. Yay. A lot of people voted for orange, so good on ya if you won. How did you all do during the sprint?
I didn't write at all. My dog Suki peed again, so I gotta go clean that up. I just was like, she's too quiet, and then go figure.
a quiet puppy is a suspicious puppy.
She's so sneaky, and like I said, I take her out at least every 10 minutes. I don't understand. So that's the downfall of having puppies. So I do clean that up, and I also just play bills because I'm like, if I don't remember, I'm gonna have like a panic attack induced at 3 a.m. So that was just me.
Those are important. Yeah.
Yes. I read through the last couple of chapters, and then I am very proud of my past self for giving myself good notes.
Yay.
I must have known that things were going to happen for a month and that I wasn't going to be able to write or remember what I wanted to write. So I reread 2.5 chapters. And then at the end of that, I had a paragraph in red where I could not miss it saying what I wanted to happen and then just expand on it. So I was like, oh, thank you, Happy Autumn.
Yes.
I feel like so often we're cursing our past selves, so it's actually nice that you can be like,
It's
hey,
refreshing.
I did myself here.
Good on you.
Yeah, because I don't even remember writing that paragraph. So I wouldn't have known that that's where I wanted it to go. We would have been way out in left field if my current self was like, all right, let's do this.
Well, that's why I'm scared when people say if you have a good idea, start writing mid-sentence. So then when you start the project, you can finish it back, pick it back up again easily. But I'm like, but then I'm going to forget that good sentence and curse myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
I always have to finish the sentence.
Yeah, right.
But in the book that's being published in November, I had some comments where they were like, you never finished a sentence. I was like, I don't know if the sentence was written in 2015, 2018, or 2022. Who knows? So I had to fix those a few times.
Literally, I'm going through edits right now and I'm seeing my mentor have notes was this supposed to be here? Or was this sentence supposed to be finished like this? I'm like, no, sorry.
That's great.
Yeah, I wasn't super productive this round either. I made dinner because I didn't have a chance.
That's productive.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay. It's a lot of energy now.
That's important as well.
That's true. But I looked over some of my notes from last time, so I am ready to get into it next round.
Nice.
I edited a chapter. And it's the first chapter, so it's a super important one. So
yay. Yeah, most important.
Do you rewrite your first chapters 100 times?
I did for the book that's coming out because I kept changing how I wanted my dystopian world to work. But normally, no.
Wow. Yeah,
I fix it for grammar and stuff and maybe I need to add a bit more foreshadowing to what happens later in the book when I finish and then go back to the start, but it's never really a full overhaul or a full rewrite on the first chapter. It's everything else in the middle and the end. Fair game for a rewrite, but the beginning I'm normally no, I got this. This is what came to me at the very start and hooked me into wanting to write the story.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel with Project Diamond, I haven't sent out more queries since August, but I want to revamp the first chapter before I send out more. And I went back to the Celestial Code and like was looking at my like new final first chapter revision part 2, and it was like, I think it was a scene in chapter 3 that I had made, actually, the beginning, and I had changed that beginning so many times. So then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, like I should have probably changed where I opened this, because like in my head I'm like, this is great, but I think it's like, well, it was catching some people but not as many as I want. So I think I need to revamp it, but it's like I feel like I was too close to it, and then I needed to send it out there to be like, oh yeah, I should probably like tweak it a little bit, because it's like the same scene from the first draft. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
I just remembered that, well, I didn't change the chapter that was the first chapter for my new adult spy thriller, which was initially on Vella, but I took it down because my brain was like, you know what, I'd rather add 2 chapters before it. And I was just like, I don't feel like messing around with Vella on that. So
Yeah.
I didn't change the chapters that existed after like the first chapter onward, but I added stuff earlier.
Nice. Yeah, I got to do some outlining, which was really good. I'm kind of starting to flesh out my main character more, and like her background and like her parents' background and stuff. So that's kind of fun. And like, how does this friend know this friend? And but before that, I had to respond to an email, and then today I just finished The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like there's so I pre-ordered the book, and I was like, this was a pre-order that like worked for me, because I usually actually don't pre-order books, but she was gonna have like an epilogue for if you pre-ordered, and I was like, well, I want to know what's gonna happen. Like, it's probably something super juicy, and it is. So I read the epilogue that they had emailed, so I was like, this is the first thing I need to do.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was good.
I really want to read like a Tiffany D. Jackson book, but I'm so scared. Like all of her concepts like freak me out.
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't want to have nightmares.
Allegedly was the first one I read, and that like, threw me into her world, and she's great. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like that messed me up for a long time, but
I know, me too.
It was great. I was like, I need more. This is all me. Yes. So Heather wrote 335 words. Yay! 375 words for Some for Honey. Mary just watched the race. Very tempting. Definitely stick around to the last sprint, because that's when we have the 50 cats and you want to see all the crazy colors, and that one you can feel free to watch the whole time.
That one is chaos.
Yes, it'll have 25 minutes of chaos. Nikki had dinner. Yay, food. Phoebe got 2 flash fictions read and reviewed. Awesome. Zainab got 39 words, had a hard time getting into the zone, but it's 39 more words than you started with, and this was like a little warm-up, so good for you. And Jabria had decided at the last minute to handwrite and got about a half a page filled. I love that. Like when I'm feeling stuck, I'll like handwrite, or sometimes do like the dictation. Yes.
Nice.
And Morgan finished editing a chapter. Savion's preparing to leave work study and got 266 words. I need to know more about this chocolate sourdough bread. That sounds amazing. Also, a mini nap in the car. You guys are just crushing it. What?
So productive in 25 minutes.
I know. This is great. Page read. Ooh, critique reading. That's good. And watch some of the kitty race. Ooh, Violet. Is it Violet or Violet? That's a pretty name.
Violet.
Oh, it's Violet. Oh, yeah, pretty. All right. Let me get the numbers on this one back. And oh, here we go. There's the What's that fun music? Do, 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 do.
If I was getting picked up or not, I apologize. That is my dryer. It's really obnoxious, and I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh no, I like
If
it.
you open the door, it might
I
stop
love
making
I
noise.
think it does, but I was gonna wait to grab it when we're
I
off.
mean, I care more about you petting your puppy. So
I need to go take her out. She's priority number one.
All
And
right,
thank
you
you guys
guys.
in the comments too. She is very bold.
All right, we're going to start the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Also, vote for which cat you think is going to win because I forgot to say that. Oh my gosh, I thought the orange one was going to win again. I was like, no, don't come from behind and do it again.
I should have picked black again.
You should. I'll usually try to do two in a row because I'm like, if I don't pick it and then it wins, I'm going to be like,
The gray one is failing me, so I think I need to choose a different one next time.
Watch that next time it wins, though.
I know.
Right. It's tough. I came in last this time. Okay, some people picked number one. Nice, nice. Okay, how did everyone do?
Well, I did have to take care of the pup. Gosh, she's like, it's so hard. I don't remember I can't remember, Zara, if you were saying this before the stream, it might have been, but like, I haven't trained a dog in 8 years. So like, this is so
Yeah, before the stream.
Yeah, and I'm like, and it is tough because I'm like, not only did I find the one pee spot, I found a second one. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Stop! Just pee once and be done.
Yeah. So now she's finally, like, I put a little blanket out, and she's finally kind of calming down, so I can at least keep an eye on her. And then in the end, I got 124 words.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Now you have a tiny thing to like take care of, and so
Yeah.
make sure they don't kill themselves. So
Yeah.
Exactly. So I worked on, for the first half of that sprint, I was working on chapter 16, and then I took a break, and then I was responding to some YouTube comments from my last video, because I always read comments, but I like to like sit and like actually like respond and not just do like, you know, oh great, thank you for this. Like, you know, if you could take the time to watch the video, you deserve to have like a nice response. So I always have to like sit and like thoroughly plan like, you know, my response. So that's what I was doing.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I try.
Yeah, I spent some time just looking over my notes and some of the edits, and then I got one chapter edited, so I feel good about that.
Yay.
I edited a quarter of a chapter, but also formatted the first chapter so that the author could see, like, this is what your first chapter looks like. Also, if you'd like, you know, you have it because I need you to film yourself reading out the first chapter. So, like, you can do as many takes as you need now that you have it super, super early. And then I was in the private chat talking about, and it's not a secret, I just found out during the first sprint, actually, that my dog Riley was diagnosed with pancreatitis. We have a game plan. We'll see. I don't know. It's really dependent on her not turning up her nose at like the medicinal food that she needs to eat. And Havanese are known to be picky about food, and like every few months they might be like, I'm no longer eating what I used to eat all the time. So my mom and I are just like, well, there isn't an alternative. So
Yeah, that's like how I felt when Zuko had his bladder stones and he had to go on special like urinary care food. And I was worried. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he's like picky AF. Like even with the wet food I would get him, it's like it needs to be the chicken and vegetables. He doesn't like the like chicken and pasta with the little pasta pieces. He doesn't like the tuna one. It's got to be the chicken and vegetables. So I was so worried that he actually, you know, ate that stuff because I think like he was feeling sick and was like, I'm starving. This is all that they're giving me. So I'm gonna have to get used to it. Or maybe if there's some sort of like mix you can do with like kind of like when you change foods, like do that transition with like half and half and stuff like that. But my thoughts and prayers are with little Riley. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So I did more of my character planning and background, and I'm like, this is like good and bad to be like, what are some like daredevil stunt things where people have died? Like, because I need to figure out how this character died. So I'm like,
I'm really worried that if you Google search that, you're just going to be getting a lot of YouTube videos of like, I don't want to see that.
yeah, there was like when I Googled it, they're like graphic, watch at your own risk. Like, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch those. I'm going to read this list of that because. Yeah.
Like I'd rather read it than see the visual.
Honestly, I feel like you could like watch like old MTV. Like,
Yeah.
was it like
America's Funniest Videos or
or the one
whatever, some name like that.
Yeah, there was like one show. I think it was called. Sorry, there's like a cuss word in this, but it was called Jackass. I think.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they did like a lot of stuff where I'm like, that could kill you. So maybe you should watch that.
Wasn't there a show called like 1,000 Ways to Die or something like that?
I'm sure. Like
Like 100 ways, something like that.
It was. I remember watching it. It was on like True TV or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Fear Factor maybe would be a good one too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully that wouldn't be like deadly because that's
yeah. But they do have some interesting scenarios that you just wouldn't normally find yourself in.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to find something that wasn't like the usual like skydiving or something like that, but it wasn't like so far fetched. So
wasn't Final Destination crazy?
Yeah, just like wooden pole goes through the bus and kills you,
So there's this guy on TikTok and he cross posts his TikToks to Instagram. So I was actually watching them all as reels, where most of his skits are actually like about the intergenerational wars of like Gen Z being like, ugh, millennials are so old. And then millennials being like, shut up, pipsqueak, like that type of thing. And then boomers. But one of them some of them are X generation entering heaven and God's like, welcome to the afterlife, want to know how you die? And for the millennial it was like, oh, you were driving behind a truck of loose logs, and the guy and the millennial's like, you Final Destination me? And God's like, yeah.
Be like, you know what? You're gonna eat some Tide Pods and but no, there was one where like it was like that. Remember, like the ice bucket challenge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the guy did like the ice bucket challenge, and then I forget what it was, but essentially he died from doing the ice bucket challenge.
Really?
Oh my God! I thought you were gonna say like the good news of, because I recently saw, even I think it was a while ago, but like I recently saw that the money raised from that was
crazy
enough to like do some new study or something.
Oh, really?
So like it was good, but
because it was for,
someone died.
It was for Alzheimer's.
No, it's for MS.
ALS.
Okay.
ALS. I gotta look
ALS.
and see.
Oh my God, we just literally called it the ALS ice bucket challenge, and then my brain.
No, I have to see, because I was like, oh,
that was my bad.
It was because like there's like 150 bazillion ice bucket challengers. So he decided to up his game. He completed the ice bucket challenge and then followed it up with an 80-foot leap into an abandoned quarry, which was shallow.
Why?
And
like,
they recovered his body 4 hours.
Why?
I know.
Oh my.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't know.
See, this is why men die sooner than women. This is a good example.
Yeah, they're like, cool idea, and every woman is like
why?
No.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just like, what? I'm looking at the stuff. I'm like, I'm just trying to research this middle grade. Like, oh, okay, I need to hurry up, find how this person died, and move on to the happy stuff.
My tea isn't like super, super hot, so it's not becoming completely white like it should be, but color changing mug is now available. So.
Did you restock now? Because I was like,
so we're out of stock, but there's a listing that says back order, and so like once I have like 10 people order, then I can order more, or if more than 10 people order, then great, but there's a back order listing, but that doesn't say like sold out on it. But
I like the spoon with it. That's cute.
Yeah, it fits in the handle.
I love it.
So cute.
Good for writing.
Yeah.
You put your pen in there too, don't you?
I mean, it would have to be a really small pen, but that would be really cool. You know those like flat pens that exist?
Yeah.
Maybe I can ask Kelly. I can be like, what if we sold those too?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Or like there's those really thin ones where they're narrow, where it's like it kind of looks like a what do you use for the not the stencil? What do you call it?
Like the quill one?
Yeah, like where it's like no, it's like the shit, where you can like touch with your phone.
Oh,
Stylus. Yeah, the stylus. Yeah, because like I'm struggling here, guys. Oh Lord.
It wasn't
help me.
until you're like, oh, can touch your phone. I was like, I got it.
The pen thingy that lets you touch the talkie thingy. All right, I'm adding one more cat to the mix for this one, and it is the blue one.
Ooh, well, I gotta pick that.
I'm
I
gonna
know,
go
that's
with the
the cool
blue one.
That's the cool colored one. I'm gonna give brown one more chance. And, you know, Tawny, come on, number 5. Let's do this. Okay, so let us know which cat you think is going to win in the comments. And we're going to start with the next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Oh, oops! I forgot to forgot to mute it.
The
Unmute
black was winning until the last
Oh.
5 seconds when the orange just shot ahead.
it. I was in the zone. But orange. Again.
I'm just not picking winners.
No, me neither. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Interesting. All right. How did everyone do?
I'm about ready to pay for a trainer.
Oh no. No.
I'm not like we've been streaming for barely 2 hours, and she just I don't understand. So I did take her food and water away completely. Now I was gonna take it away at 8, but I'm like, no, you're cut off. And she's in her pen because I can't.
Girl.
And the thing, I don't know if anyone in the comments has any suggestions. Like, she keeps peeing on her belongings, like her blanket and her bed, and I can't keep washing them. We just bought them.
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know what to do. I'm just very. I definitely don't think I had this many accidents with Aria, so it's been frustrating.
Yeah. Well, and how long have you had her for?
Just 2 weeks. So like I definitely know like it's probably more normal, but like it's been so long. It's probably because like my life is stressful that I'm so like, oh my god.
You're right. It's just one more thing that like you don't need.
So I'm just like, but I put her in the pen so that way, like at least if she pees, she has the puppy pad there.
Yeah. That's the hard thing.
Yeah, as far as writing goes, I did not get much farther. I think, let me see, 106 words.
Nice. Something.
Yeah, definitely not the flow I was hoping for, but maybe I'll finally get somewhere in the last sprint.
Yeah, you could do it for sure.
you've had a lot going on though, Bree. Like, considering everything, you've been doing very well.
Thanks.
I did a little bit more work on chapter 16, and then do you ever work on a story and then another like idea for the other story you were also working on like pops into your head like at that same moment, and you're like, well, let me write this down.
Yep.
I had that happen like halfway through, so then I ended up just like writing that idea for the other story down before I forgot. Love that.
I love that feeling though, like when you get that idea and you just like have to get it out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I did that and then a little bit of plotting for the other story.
Nice. Yeah, I was working on this one chapter. I started to skip around a little bit, and there was this one chapter I needed to edit that like where I had to rewrite some dialogue stuff about that. And yeah, a lot of my edits from my mentor are like, some of my reactions are a little off. So I've been trying to just improve just the way I describe reactions to things. So if you guys have any tips, that's super welcome right now.
Like the dialogue or?
Just like, I guess after like a fight or something, it's just like the reaction, like the thoughts with that. So
yeah.
But yeah, so I'm doing that. And something funny that happened, like I was reading through my manuscript and I realized I had an old character named Nate in it, but I decided to change his name to something different that like fit better with the story. So I just decided I would just like go through and do the search replace for Nate, and I changed it to the new name. And so now every time there was Nate in like any word, it's like that new name in the middle of it.
Oh no, because when you do search replace, you have to check full word only.
I didn't know. So now,
Wait, can you just hit like undo, or have you made other changes?
I made other changes. And like, since this is a gaming
no.
story, I'm like consistently saying like eliminated.
Oh,
So it's like everywhere.
Oh no.
So I feel really dumb, but I thought it was so funny.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
I'm glad you're able to find humor in that.
Yeah, that's so fun.
But thank you for the tips, Sarah. I will definitely look through, like, check that box next time.
Yeah, no, there are certain words in this manuscript when I read through, I was like, so these are common words, but they mean things in this fantasy world. So are we like capitalizing or are we italicizing or whatever? And I was like, I have to make sure that I check full word because otherwise it's a problem. And I was like so paranoid while doing it during the first sprint. So that's why it's also very fresh in my mind.
Yeah, but then it was hard because like I think I was changing someone's name, but then it like didn't pick up like apostrophe S or like the certain like
So that's
variations. Yeah, so or maybe it was a different word or something. I was changing what something was called. But yeah, so then it was like you really have to go through word by word to make sure that's actually correct.
Right.
Oh.
Ugh.
And how'd you do, Zara?
I finished editing the chapter that I'd done like a quarter of during the last sprint, and then I opened the third chapter to proofread and ran out of time.
Nice. Yeah, and then what I did was I started fleshing out more of my secondary characters and kind of figuring out their arcs. So just kind of like very short kind of paragraph about them, and then I can like dive into more detail later. But it's good that like things are coming together and these kids are coming into my mind. Now I've moved on to the kids. I'm talking about the kids, so I feel better about that. One of a couple of them are into like the nerdy things, anime, MMORPGs. So I was like, I had to bring that in there. Like I can't not have that.
We love nerdy things.
Yes, we do.
But yeah, I think I did freeze for a moment, and I was like, well, I also had a ton of YouTube videos pulled up because I was like, oh, I can like have that playing in the background. But my husband's playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you messaged the private group that like husband better stop playing.
And I was playing it,
14.
but I'm like so far behind, and he's done all the expansions and like caught up, and I'm just like, he's like, well, you're going to be on the free version because like the first like pack is like free, and he's like, you're going to be on that for like months because I'm going through it so slowly. Well, it's true. It's so bad. Well, and then I got
it might
busy.
be true, but it's also like rude.
Yeah.
No, it was fine because I came back and I was like, it was like in September when I hadn't played for a couple weeks, and I'm like, Chris, which button is jump? I like forgot, and I was just so sad. I was like, I don't want to not play enough. Like I like this game, but I'm like with Preptober and the NaNoWriMo, I'm like, yeah, it will take me months because I'm not going to get to this until like December.
RK asked which Final Fantasy. It's 14.
Oh, 14, yeah. Yes. Super fun.
Is he someone who will like give you a tip? Or are you?
Oh yeah, like
or is he like no, you have to do it yourself. Or are you like no, I want to do it myself?
Because there's like a whole order of like you can like customize everything on the screen. Like these buttons go here, the HP of the enemies here, your HP is here, and he's like this is the best. Like he's like just watches all the like YouTube videos about it and then like teaches me. So I'm like, oh, I'm so glad because I wouldn't have known that.
Okay, so like he's done the research and optimized the experience, so you can just do it without having to do like the grunt work.
Exactly, yeah. And then like he was in a different class than me, but then he like played my class, so he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna want to do this and then like do this, like move first and then go into
so
these.
Nice that he played in your class to help you.
That is so sweet. Me and my husband are just like, do it yourself, don't cheat. To each other. Like he'll be like, don't tell me anything. And I'll be like, leave me alone.
No, yeah, I'm never like detailed. Like I'm not very detail oriented when it comes to like the video games. I'm like, oh, like I would just like fail everything. Like it would be so bad if I didn't have it.
Yeah. I have so many games to catch up on, but I'm like hoping in December when I'm finally done with my internship I'm taking 11 days off and I just want to play video games and write. Like that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
yes.
would be awesome.
Living the
That's
life.
I'm manifesting that for you.
That's all I keep saying. I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It will.
There were lots of fun people that popped in. Nia, Barrett, Avion. She's my new internet bestie.
Love that.
And Regina. I don't know if I said Regina. So yay, lots of fun people.
People were baking cookies.
I saw.
Like,
I was
really
gonna say.
want cookies.
I want cookies and chocolate sourdough.
But I don't have any like that I can just pop in the oven. And if I ordered in cookies, first of all, that's like a stupid delivery fee. But that would probably like outweigh the cost of the cookie.
No.
And then because of all my like crazy allergies, I'm like, this is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
I know what's going in them, but I want cookies.
It'd be worth it if you did like crumble cookies or something like that, you know.
Yeah. I just don't have the ingredients to make cookies myself. Like even the like safe to eat like cookie dough.
Yeah. If you had like, that's why I made sure to buy chocolate, and then I know I'm gonna get like some things for my mom for Halloween, like her Halloween leftovers she always gives to like my sister and I. So like I'm bound to get like the little like mini chips. Yeah, she always wants to be like the cool house, so she gives out like bags of chips and stuff.
Why?
Now, are we doing? Oh gosh, 50 cats seems like a lot. And if we do, okay, so because there's 32 people watching, so someone's hopefully bound to win if I do 30 cats. So
I love it.
Let's do
do
that.
around 30.
Yeah.
Because that's also how many minutes left we have in the stream, right?
Yeah. So perfect. Okay, let's see. What am I supposed to press? Oh, this. I'm on the struggle bus. Yes. So there are 30 cats. You are free to pick a color if you see a color you like, or you can just pick a random number, 1 through 30. My number is always 22, so whatever color that is. And then as they spread out during the race, that's why you can watch it and be like, oh yeah, that's number this, or.
I see a little red one. I don't know what number he is, but he's kind of towards the back. I see his little ears.
Yeah, the red one behind the darker purple one, because there's a lighter purple towards the front.
I think I'll choose the pink one. I think I see the pink one like second to last.
I'm going to pick 13.
Nice. Oh, there's a couple 12s in here. Whoa, 12's a lucky number, I guess. Some 27s. The brown one.
It's the 21st. Maybe they're flipping it. They're like, my other picks have been bad. Maybe I'll just do the opposite day.
Yay. Okay, you guys, this is the final sprint for the first live stream. So we are going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. all the crazy colors. And he's like, I'm gonna win. Man, those 25 minutes went by so fast.
Agreed.
So fast.
Did anyone say 24? Let's see. Oh man.
I don't think so.
No. But people said 20 and that was like close. So you guys win.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. Or it's either second place or whoever was closer. Oh, good. That's the one my boyfriend picked to win. Nice.
Aw.
Okay, yay.
Win.
He is blessed by the cat gods. And people were calling it feline chaos. So that's
At least we know of someone who won.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Hey, well, does anyone want to wrap up how they did? Anything they want to say?
Thank you for having us here, Holly. And I always enjoy these, the Worldwide Writeathon. So
Yay. Thanks for always coming on.
Yeah,
I've got like my stable crew. And Danielle. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me and forcing me to get 2.5 chapters edited. So
Yay.
Echoing everyone else, thank you for having me. It was always a fun time during the Worldwide Writeathon and always fun on your channel. So this was no different, but it was a kind of nice, like, soft return for me to writing sprints again. So thank you.
Thank you.
I would agree with that. Lots of distractions on my part. I at least got, I think, over 300 words. So something that I didn't have beforehand. I think I wrote a page total, but I will take it. It's been a long time since I've written. So thank you for having me. And, if anybody's interested, you can go follow me on YouTube or Instagram. I'm more active, but I will be active. Hopefully come December, I will be able to do a lot of yearly wrap up things and hopefully lots of fun. So I'm almost at 1,000. I would love to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I've been stuck at this amount of subscribers for a very long time right now.
I like your wrap ups and your querying, updates and stuff. So yeah, go follow everyone, please. And Zara, yeah.
I mean, a YouTube subscription would be nice, but I would actually prefer that people subscribe to the Writish Podcast YouTube channel, so that we can claim a YouTube URL that's not like some crazy collection of letters and numbers.
I don't know if I knew you had a YouTube.
Yeah. It's where I posted the demonstration of the color changing mug, and in December we're going to be hosting like a Jeopardy style trivia game. So Bree helped come up with some of the questions.
Well, I'm subscribing. Yeah, I'm subscribing right now. So, notification on. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And yeah, you guys always make the stream so enjoyable and fun. And thank you everyone who's here for being productive with us on a Friday night and kicking off the Writeathon. The next one is going to be in about 30 minutes. And I have the productivity and the social streams linked down below, but it'll be on Jessica's channel, the Hexed Library. So I'm probably going to take a little break as like a little reward and then hopefully hop back in, because I also I was kind of in a rut with since it had been so long and I felt so behind, it was just hard for me to get started. So I really appreciate all of you being here with me and helping me finally get some momentum, because I feel like I can do it now. So thank you.
Yeah, sure.
So thanks everyone, and hope to see you in the comments on the other streams. Bye.
Bye.